Fight the rich, feed the poor.
Class War 2024!
Class War 2024.
Fight the rich, feed the poor!
Fight the rich, feed the poor.
Let's hear it for Antonio!
Who here is proud to be a communist? Are you proud to be communist? Comrades, this proud communist demonstration is beautiful to watch.
Thank you.
That the world sees a sea of red flags marching down the street of a major American city. But guess what we just did? We just gave the world a glimpse, a little sneak preview into the future of the political landscape of this country. Because the communist movement is just getting started. And we have a bright future ahead of this communist movement. The revolutionary communists of America are a generation in the millions. We're a generation that grew up shaped by a world in decline. I, like the majority of the working class, was born shortly after the collapse of the Soviet Union. I was born 32 years ago, at a time when the ruling class of this country was celebrating, and they were telling the world that history had come to an end, that we were at the end of the line. And what did they mean by that? They meant that Wall Street, that the Fortune 500 corporations would continue to rule this world forever and ever, and everyone would live happily ever after. And they were wrong! I was 16 years old when capitalism suffered its worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. When 10 million people, including my family, lost their homes in that crisis. When 9 million people lost their jobs, lost their livelihoods. That was 16 years ago. An entire generation, the majority of the working class, has grown up in the aftermath of that crisis. And has life gotten any better since then, comrades? No! 16 years later, 1/3 of the working class is earning $15 an hour or less. 16 years later, 4 out of 5 workers are barely making it to the end of the month. Over 100 million people in this, the richest country on earth, cannot afford their health care. And it's not just the last 16 years. Wages have stagnated for half a century. The median household income for a 25-year-old worker with a high school diploma is $10,000 less than it was for a worker in the same situation during the post-war boom. $10,000 less. And this is the reason that 9 out of 10 Americans say that something is wrong, that the country is on the wrong track, that they're unhappy with the situation, although the liberal Democrats can't seem to understand why everyone is so unhappy. This is the reason that 69% of voters say that the entire US political and economic system needs major changes or to be torn down entirely. Do you agree?
Yeah!
71% of Americans say they are angry about the situation. The vast majority of the population is angry about the state of things. And they have a reason to be angry. Well, 8 years ago, in the 2016 elections, a billionaire real estate parasite came down a golden escalator and offered himself as a champion of the working class against the establishment. But when the liberal media attacked him, and the establishment of both ruling parties attacked him, his popularity only grew. And the Democrats said, "Make America great again. America is already great. What is everyone unhappy about?" And the soft left joined the Democrats against Trump. The soft left ran in fear. And then Trump, that was going to stand up for the so-called working man, decided to give the billionaires a historic tax cut that increased their wealth by $2.2 trillion. Their wealth grew by 77% under the Trump years. And then Biden came in, the most important election of our lives, and they got the Democrats back in. And under Biden, the billionaires' wealth grew even more by $2.6 trillion, an 88% increase in the wealth of the billionaires. So you've seen what both parties function for. You see why both parties are here. Over the last decade, the richest 1% has captured 54% of global wealth. They have a record fortune of $44 trillion. Disgusting! And over the last 4 years, as Biden and the Democrats have gaslit the American working class, saying, why are you so upset? The economy is doing great. It's doing better than ever.
Bullshit.
Only the right wing has been talking to the class anger. That is shameful. The working class is right to be angry. They're right to want to fight. They're right to hate the establishment, to hate the status quo. Trump wants to tap into that anger in society in order to confuse the working class, in order to turn one section of the workers against another. He argues that the undocumented immigrant workers, the most exploited layer of the U.S. workforce, are the enemy of the U.S. working class. He says that the left, the communists, the Marxists, are the Democratic Party, are the Washington elites, are the Department of Justice and the media.
Bull.
This means that it's time for the communists to step forward and show what the left really stands for. Our enemy is not the workers who vote for Trump because they believe him when he says he's going to bring back jobs. And their enemy, the enemy of the Trump voting working class, is not the workers that were born in another country who speak a different language. The enemy of the working class is sitting in executive boardrooms watching us from their skyscrapers and rubbing their hands together when they see one section of the working class channeling its discontent against another section of the working class. It's the enemies of the working class that want to stoke the culture war because they know that it benefits their interests. And that is why it's time for the communist generation to come forward and clear this up. It's time for the communists to explain that the class war alone is the underlying conflict in this society. That the working class and the capitalist class have nothing in common. It's time for the communist generation to tap into the anger in society and channel it against its genuine enemy, the capitalist system, the capitalist class. Because there are millions of us, comrades, millions of us across this country who know that these red flags and this hammer and sickle stands for a world that is ruled by the working class. A world where nobody has to sleep on the streets. Where life is more than just working yourself to death, grinding through a miserable existence until you drop, just trying to pay your bills from birth until death. We stand for a world of abundance. A world that's waiting to be born. We are America's communist generation. We are America's working class. And we will overthrow capitalism in our lifetime, comrades.
RCA! 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 RCA!
Comrades, I'm going to state a fact. It's that us, the working class, we produce all the wealth in society.
That's right.
It is the working class that makes the hospitals, the schools, the buses function. We make the world run. And what conclusion does that bring us to?
Billionaires are parasites.
That's right. The capitalists, the billionaires billionaires, the CEOs, they need us, but we do not need them. We say expropriate the banks. Expropriate the monopoly. Put all of the major industries, the hospitals, electric power, manufacturing, every single bit of it under democratic workers' control. You and your coworkers should run your workplace. You should run your school. To do this, we need to remove the capitalists from power. We need a revolution. And this is the revolution that is going to put the working class in power. And on the basis of a government of the working class, we will transform society. We will cut the working week in half with no loss in pay. In fact, a raise in pay for most people. Never again will people have to slave away working 60, 80-hour weeks, week after week after week. The capitalists say that this is impossible, but that is a lie.
Amen.
Jobs for everyone and the incredible technology we have to automate, we will cut down the working week hugely. And we will make dignified retirement a reality. Never again will anybody work until they die. With full employment and education for all, we can get to work in actually improving society instead of making profit for the billionaires. We will build hospitals, schools, public transportation. Everyone will have access to quality, affordable health care. This country, the United States, was built on racism and oppression. It is in the veins of capitalism. But we will achieve genuine reparations for centuries of slavery and centuries of colonialism by expropriating the capitalists and building socialism. There will be no more border walls, no more mass incarceration. Poverty will be a thing of the past. Homelessness will be a thing of the past. And we are going to confront the climate catastrophe head on. We are fighting for the future of all of humanity. And comrades, think about this. Our children will not remember a world with war in it. It will be unimaginable to them. A socialist future, a communist future, means the end of all war. The world I described is possible, but we must fight for it. This will be a world of superabundance. Our species will no longer be confined to a struggle for survival, as we have been for so long. We will usher in a new era for humanity, the genuine liberation of the human race. Nothing to lose!
Blood our chains!
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 Long live the world proletarian revolution and long live communism!
Amen.
RCA! 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 Revolution is freedom!
One struggle, one fight!
One struggle, one fight!
Workers of the world unite!
Workers of the world unite!
One struggle, one fight!
One struggle, one fight!
Workers of the world unite!
Workers of the world unite!
One struggle, one fight!
One struggle, one fight!
Workers of the world unite!
Workers of the world unite.
There is only one solution.
There is only one solution.
Communist revolution.
Communist revolution.
There is only one solution.
There is only one solution.